Had you out there with a spanner and a wrench, right?
I actually had I was in the wash bay with the vacuum cleaner and detailing. So whatever it takes today was good.
So what's happening here today? This is part of the, I guess, a tradition now that Jack Jumpers have built about getting the players into some real work, so to speak, and getting their hands dirty.
Absolutely. Scott brought this on board when he first came, and this is our first time here at JMC. And Drim and DJ and Archie and myself are here. We've been out to the airport delivering cars and picking cars up, and I've just finished in the wash bay and just doing work at our major sponsors, driving the community. We're in here being a part of it.
Got the international players starting to arrive now. David's here as of Friday. Things starting to really build, but one key piece of the puzzle missing with Shawnee Mack. That must have hit you like a ton of bricks when you saw the incident and then heard the news after the scan.
Yeah, absolutely. I think everyone was devastated. Sean's opportunity to lead our team, and Scott has said, throw him the keys to the car, and he was awesome in our pre-season mini camp that we had, and to see that unfold. I know I was still up talking to Ryan Carroll late at night and just almost consoling each other because we've been on this journey with Sean from a DP to where he is now. So it hit us hard, and you don't recover from Shawnee Mack because he has such an impact on our players, our club as overall, and he's got a great following.
He's a pretty quiet sort of operator. Doesn't have a huge personality or anything like that. But I mean, obvious question. But how's he feeling, and what does he now have to tap into mentally to get himself through this next 12 months or so?
Yeah, I think just probably just short term is just the next couple of weeks. He's had his check. Obviously, he's going to have a full reconstruction, and he'll head back home here next week and get around family, and then he'll jump into his operation, and that's pretty much the short term. Long term, just it's all wait and see.
You'd be backing him, obviously, in his character to get through this and come out a better and stronger player at the other end?
Absolutely. I think he's shown over the journey of the 4 years that he's been from DP to here now, has shown what sort of character he's got, and he's overcome a couple of those injuries, the calf and the foot, and got himself back on floor and into the Boomers squad and off playing. And so I don't see, as long as everything goes well, I don't see any change in the way he goes about things, and he'll be back with us next season.
Is it a freak occurrence, do you think, or is it somehow related to the previous injuries and coming back from that? Or is it just a completely separate freak thing that's happened?
Yeah, I'd probably say freak, but I mean, that's not my area of expertise, so I don't know. And, he'd been ticked off to do everything possible. He'd been through camp and gone off to the Boomers, so it was a freak way. The way he sort of fell and went down was a bit freakish, and so, who knows?
How do you replace him? It sounds like there's some options in the mix and maybe an announcement coming soon, but do you go and look for a direct Sean McDonald replacement in terms of his skill set and what he brings, or does it give you an opportunity to have a bit of a new look at things?
No, we definitely need a point guard. Like, it's the 1 and the 5 in this competition, and we had that field. We had Sean, and we've got the best player at that position in Australia in Will Magnay. So we have to put another point guard, beside that group, and we're in the process. We're really close. We like our options that have been presented to us, and we're really close to making that decision.
In terms of the type of player, a score-first type, a facilitator, a defensive point guard, is there a preference, or just going with the best on the market?
I think you automatically become a defensive point guard when you play for the Jackies. I think that's pretty well known. But no, we're looking for a guy that's going to be able to facilitate, have to be able to score in this league as a point guard, period. But more that he's got 2 great wings beside him. He's got a pick and roll player in Magnay, and we've got an outstanding young 4 in Josh Bannon. So we need a guy that can facilitate to the group, and but also when needed, be able to score in the pick and roll. And it's a difficult skill set. Shawnee Mack had it, and we had to go and find it.
It's probably more a question for the front office, I suppose. But how closely did the organisation look at Jack McVeigh and getting him back in, and how did you try and maybe make the pieces work to create a comeback situation for him?
Yeah, it's been a long journey with Jack. Obviously, how outstanding he's been for our program, but it's more like just timelines just don't match, and they haven't matched, and unfortunately. But from a position standpoint, like, we needed a point guard, so it didn't really fit, even if that was to, be an option.
Was it possible at all for one of the import guys to switch into that point guard position to try and squeeze Jack in, or is that just going to be a bridge too far and not quite work?
No, the most important position in basketball is your point guard, and if you don't get that right, you have a lot of pain, and it can cause you a lot of problems. And this guard-heavy league, if you go through all the point guards in the league, they're elite playmakers and facilitators, and we need that type of player on our team to maximise the strengths of the guys that we've already recruited. And that's not saying those guys can't carry the ball, as in DJ and Bryce, but that's not their core responsibility.
It's the nature of the game, and it's professional sport and the rest of it. But if Jack McVeigh happens to suit up for a rival NBL team, it'll be hard to admit that won't sting just a little bit.
It'd be horrible. We're all really close with Jack. That's never going to change. Dream was at his wedding, in his wedding. He's one of his best mates. I went to his wedding. He's been a championship player. He'll always be a part of the Jack Jumpers folklore. But if he plays with the opposition, for that 40 minutes, we're going to have to take him down.
Good. Breno?
Brent?
Hey, Rat. I'm not sure, I couldn't hear Rowy's question, so I'm not sure if he specifically asked you about Tiger Campbell, who Olgun reported on the weekend. Is he someone in your sights?
Yeah, there's several import guards that we've looked at over the 4 years of the Jackies, and Tiger has been one of them. He was a young point guard when we looked at him a couple of years ago, and we've kept our eye on him, and his name fits, being a Tassie Tiger, but he's an outstanding player. He had a really good year in Germany last year and played against Bryce, but he's certainly one that we've looked at.
Yeah, cool, thanks, mate. And again, I couldn't really hear Rowy's question, but just on Jack, in the statement that came out yesterday, the comment from Smithy was the Jack Jumpers left no stone unturned to try and sort of get him back. So can you explain what that means exactly and what went on to try and get him back?
Yeah, I think it's timelines again. It's just when you're on a two-way contract in the NBA and Jack played right up until Summer League, these conversations have been going on for a long time. So it doesn't just, why it might be reported at this time, there's been a lot of conversations going on over a period of time that it just gets to that point. And unfortunately, Jack's got to either be playing overseas or with another team in Australia, and all the best to him, and we move forward.
All right, well, tell us a bit about what they've got you doing today. They've got you washing and detailing cars, is that right?
Yeah, here getting back into the community, seeing what it's like to be a Tasmanian, JWC.
What's your experience with cars like? Do you get under the hood much, or you?
Not really. I'm a huge car guy. I love car enthusiasts. I love car spotting when I'm back home. I enjoy Formula One, things like that. So it's cool to be around car dealerships.
How long have you been in Tassie for? When did you get in, and what are your first impressions of the place?
Been here about 6 days. Had the most wicked travel story. A bunch of flights cancellations, but it's been great since I've gotten here. Gotten acclimated pretty well. Everything here is beautiful. Food's good, so I'm excited.
Have you had a chance to take the court yet at all, or put up some shots with teammates, or is that still yet to come?
Yeah, we got in the gym the other day. Felt good. Not all the guys are around this early, but the guys that I have been around have been very welcoming, and I'm excited to get to work with those guys.
What was your big attraction to Tasmania and this organisation in particular? Was it the way the team goes about it? Was the coach? Was it Australia as a whole? What brought you down to Tassie?
I think it was everything that you just mentioned, including from starting with Coach Roth. He kind of gave me a good talking to about what it means to be on the island and what it means to defend it. And now that I'm here, I feel like it's us against everyone. So I'm excited about that.
I've read that before, that was something that particularly struck you, that defend the island mantra and that whole sort of thing. Can you take us inside that a bit more? What's so appealing about that to you?
It's kind of like a back against the wall type of thing. When I see that we're separated from the rest of Australia, and I'm hearing that no one else really likes us down here, so I'm glad to be that person that nobody likes, and we're going to go and take the rest of the country by storm.
And from an on-court perspective, what's been the conversations between you and the coaching staff in terms of what you're expected to bring and your role with the team this year?
I mean, everything that I've been doing since I started my professional career, shooting, playmaking, rebounding, getting up the floor, playing defense, being that missing puzzle piece for whatever we need.
You've got a preferred position. Is it the two, is it more the 2 than the 3, or the 3 more than the 2, or do you feel sort of a more combo you can sort of play between the 2?
Yeah, I actually grew up when I was younger. All my life I played point guard, and over the last 3 years I've kind of made that transition to play more of a wing. Being able to shoot the ball a lot better kind of puts me on the floor with. I can be on the floor with a point guard and a 2 guard, and with my size. So, yeah, I mean, just being very versatile.
The organisation is expected to go and replace Sean McDonald now in that starting point guard role. Were you expecting to maybe play a few minutes in there, or even some backup at the 1?
I mean, whatever they need me to do, I'm here for it.
Breno?
Breno, sorry, Brent's on the phone. You'll meet him soon enough, but today he's MIA.
Yeah, hey mate, just one from me. I just wondered how much pressure you feel as an import player coming to Australia, I guess, when there's only 3 allowed in each team. Do you feel that pressure to perform?
No, I don't really feel any pressure. At the end of the day, it's just basketball, and I know that I can go out there and play my hardest, and everything else will take care of itself.
A bit more about today. How have you found the day? What's the hardest thing you've done?
Hardest thing I've done was probably me and Drimmick just got done washing the car. We didn't finish. We still have to go finish that, but that's probably the toughest thing that I've done since I've been in Tasmania. So,
Who had better skill, better eye for detail out of you and Drim?
I'd say me. I'm kind of going behind him, cleaning up what he's leaving out. So we're not seeing eye to eye on that, but he'll come around.
I suppose, what's your take on how hard the staff work and what they've got to deal with on a day-to-day basis here?
It's amazing to see. I'm a person that I would come and just drop my car off and not think of anything about what's going on, but I saw anything from the parts being ordered to what it looks like servicing cars. So it's humbling, and I'm not really taking anything for granted as well.